Here's an astrological energy forecast for the Mercury retrograde cycle from February 26th to March 20th, 2026, including key themes, timing, and how this period might feel energetically. Overview of the Mercury retrograde cycle, February 26th to March 20th, 2026. Mercury retrograde refers to the time when Mercury appears to move backward in the sky, and in astrology this period is traditionally associated with rethinking and revising plans, miscommunications and delays, revisiting the past, reflection and adjustment rather than starting new projects. The first Mercury retrograde of 2026 begins February 26, 2026 and ends March 20, 2026, all happening in the sign of Pisces. Shadow period, February 11th to April 9th, 2026, effects can be felt before and after the actual retrograde motion. Pisces retrograde energy, emotional and intuitive. Because this retrograde happens entirely in Pisces, a sign associated with imagination, dreams, intuition, and emotional depth, the flavor of this cycle leans toward the inner world. Key energetic themes. 1. Communication gets blurry. You might experience misunderstandings, delays in messages, and mixed signals. Conversations may feel emotional rather than logical. What isn't said can matter as much as what is. 2. Intuition and inner guidance are emphasized. Pisces energy heightens empathy and gut feelings, making this a good time to listen inwardly rather than pushing outward. Dreams may feel vivid or symbolic. 3. Reflection on past emotional patterns. Old relationships, unfinished creative projects, or unresolved emotional issues may resurface for closure or reassessment. You may gain new insights into past events or decisions. 4. Tech and travel caution. As with any Mercury retrograde, expect possible glitches with devices, travel plans, meetings, or paperwork. Double-check details before signing contracts or sending important materials. Timeline highlights. Pre-retrograde, February 11th to 26th. Mercury enters the degrees it will revisit. You may start noticing hesitations, miscommunications, or second-guessing even before the official retrograde. Retrograde begins, February 26th. Officially starts at about 22 degrees Pisces, signaling a deeper phase of review and revision in matters of intuition, creativity, and emotional processing. Mid-retrograde, early March. You might experience clearer inner insights or breakthrough realizations about situations you've been thinking about. This is a good phase for reflection, not action. Retrograde ends, March 20th. Mercury stations direct at around 8 degrees Pisces. Things start to feel more straightforward again, but full clarity can take a bit longer. Post-shadow, March 20th to April 9th. Mercury retraces degrees it passed earlier, meaning old themes can continue to arise until early April. How to work with this energy. Reflection and revision. Focus on reviewing plans, projects, and decisions rather than launching brand new ventures. Check twice, act once. Reread emails, confirm travel plans, and back up important data. Tend to inner work. Journal, meditate, or engage in creative and spiritual practices that help you process emotions. Brace for emotional waves. This Pisces transit can bring sensitivity, strong reactions or nostalgia are normal. Slow down and give yourself space to feel. In summary, the February 26th to March 20th, 2026 Mercury retrograde in Pisces is a time for reevaluating communication, inner understanding, and emotional clarity rather than pushing forward with new plans. It's less about external chaos and more about listening deeply, rereading situations, and tying up loose ends, especially those tied to intuition, dreams, and subconscious patterns.